inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot?
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A handoff to start the drive to Sims. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, they run with Sims. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They run again with Ajayi. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jay Ajayi on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Charles. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Rivers on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Bennett in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third down, it's Sims. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll run it again with Sims. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they run with Sims. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And a wildcat formation here. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, Rivers. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They run with Ajayi. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! Hey, flipper! 3 down.
Here's Ajayi. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. So well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And Jay's going to go. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ajayi with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 1. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They go play action. Rivers. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And down he'll go at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
15 yards on the pickup there, and that leads to an Atlanta 1st down. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Rivers. And he locates Wheaton, complete. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Marcus Wheaton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. A little track jump. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now it's a jive. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Mike Bennett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 3rd and long for Rivers. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now they try the right side here. And some room to work. Jay's going to go. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jay, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run here with Sims. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man. That's Landry. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
First down, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Toss play to Sims. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go.
Landry now in motion right. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Sims. And he's is able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Halfback sent in motion. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff looking right. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They run for it with Ajayi. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons,